Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I wanted to share with you this amazing mini-series that I just watched. And I actually had told my sister about it and then bookmarked it and ended up forgetting that it was premiering because I just had so many other things going on. So she let me know that she watched it the other night. And I said, "Ooh, I gotta go back and, watch it." So, oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so good. It's a YouTube original, and it's YouTube Original presents Recipe for Change, Amplifying Black Women, a special dinner that brings together powerful women of color, including Mary J. Blige, Saweetie, and Tabitha Brown, to host guests Khalees, Kelly Rowland, Jackie Aina, Roxanne Gray, Chloe Bailey, Angelica Ross, and so many others to share their stories and lived experiences. This is a can't miss celebration of Black women and culture. It does not disappoint. This needs to be a regular series. And I don't mean a series that we constantly, beat down and it gets tired. I'm talking about maybe something once a month. It was so great. It was basically 3 different dinners, right? With 3 different groups of women. And the head of each dinner was Mary J. Blige, Saweetie, and then Tabitha Brown, right? So they were the head of the dinner, and I believe it's 7 women in the dinner, because I think it was 3 ladies on one side, 3 on the other, and then 1 person at the head of the table. But whatever the case may be, this was so amazing. And what they did, which I think I may incorporate into my event that I have coming up, my ladies event that I have coming up in the fall, I think I'm going to do this, where they had like a little bowl or container that had different scrolls in there, and written on the scrolls are things that they want you to talk about during the dinner. Okay, each dinner was expertly crafted by a Black female chef. Khalees was one of the chefs. I don't know if you guys know, she has officially gone to culinary school and graduated, and she lives on a farm and organically and everything. This woman is amazing. So it was just really, really great. So they had 3 different chefs. One of the chefs, I believe, is Mary J. Blige. It may be Mary J. Blige's personal chef, I believe, or at least the chef that does her regular food, because apparently, she knows her well. And yes, it was just a wonderful mix of women from different, walks of life. You had folks from talk shows, you had folks from stage, you had folks from screen, you had folks from, who are known as musical artists, YouTubers, and it was just wonderful. It was so wonderful. I was like, wow. Lonnie Love was on there. There's just so many people. I don't even want to give away all the people that were on there, but you can find it on YouTube. So just search for A Recipe for Change, Amplifying Black Women. And I think the video is maybe 2 days old, 3 days old, since it has debuted. And it's 3 different dinners, but in the whole entire, it's like a documentary style. The whole thing is just under an hour. And what they do is they peek in. It's like you're a fly on the wall peeking into each of the dinners, and they're all set in 3 different types of settings, right? And different, I don't even know if they're in different cities. They may actually be in different cities as well. But there are 3 different types of settings. The table settings are different for each one. The menus are different for each one. And you basically get to be a fly on the wall of all 3 dinner gatherings as these women talk about their life experiences. Some of them are quite personal. Some of them are a little bit more general, but you really felt like you got an insider listen and look into these different ladies' life experiences and things that they've been through, and some things that they never talked about publicly before, and they talked about it here. So I encourage you. I don't care if you're a black woman or old white man, it does not matter. I just think that this was such a great way to get to know these groups of women that we probably would not have learned these things about them. And as much as I follow a lot of these public figures and celebrities and things on social media, there is just a whole other level that this mini series brought to light. Things about them that I would have never known that. So please find this. It's on YouTube. It's for the free 99. It's a YouTube original, presents Recipe for Change, amplifying, let me say it correctly, amplifying Black women. And it's so wonderful. I just love the empowerment of Black women and just everything that we tend to carry, But I wanted to also include, because this was spoke about in so many words. It was kind of mentioned, and this is a post that I saw from Gloria Almaru. I think that's how they say her name. I want to give proper attribution. But the post said, "My therapist said something in our last session that I can't get out of my head." And she said, Black women don't often recognize that they're struggling with depression or anxiety. Instead, they think they are failing. And let me tell you how even saying it gives me chills, because this is something, it just hit different. And I will tell you, these groups of ladies that spoke, that were at these 3 different dinners for this Recipe for Change mini-series, I'm going to tell you, they actually touched on this very subject matter. And it was phenomenal to hear their take on it, their background, how they deal with social issues, how they deal with how they wear their hair. They even touched on code switching. Oh my goodness. Like I said, if I keep going, I'm going to end up telling you the whole thing. So I don't want to do that. Please Google this. It's a YouTube original, presents Recipe for Change, amplifying Black women. Please tune into this. You don't have to be a Black woman to listen to this. If you are completely on the other side, like I said, you could be an old white dude, tune in, because this gives you a great insight to not only just the, Black women, but the African diaspora, or, on a whole. And it was just, I'm excited about it because it was so wonderful. I'm actually going to watch it again because it was that impactful. And, as we're moving towards the end of May and we're going into Juneteenth, and that's like the biggest thing for June right now is Juneteenth, with that being a federal holiday now. And it really should amplify just the African diaspora in general, Black people in general in this country and outside the country as well. I'm not just talking about Black Americans, but also the African diaspora abroad, not just in this country, but internationally as well. We have so many different ties, and sometimes we like to look at our differences, but this is a time where we need to be sticking together. We see what happened to our Black brothers and sisters in the Ukraine, where they were being left behind, where they were being treated less than, and it's just amazing to me that it takes situations, such as a war, to really put a light on something that these folks have been dealing with for many years. So, like I said, this is a great YouTube original series. I would love to see it expand beyond just this mini series that they've done, because I think it would be amazing. But if they don't, this is one that needs to be viewed. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Please let me know that you're listening. Forward this podcast on to somebody that you feel would be positively impacted. We cover everything from lifestyle to personal relationships, all of that stuff in between, dealing with the small business owner and entrepreneurs. But you don't have to be either of those things to get gems from the Queen's Lair, okay? So tag me on social media at Onyx Queen Media on Instagram and let me know that you are listening, and I will repost you in my stories as a shout out and a thank you. But yes, YouTube Originals presents Recipe for Change, Amplifying Black Women. Google it, watch it. It will take less than an hour of your time, and I promise you, you will love it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.